Hey everybody, Daniel Rubino here with Windows Central, and we're going to take a look at the HP Spectre x360, but this is a 15.6-inch version with a 4K display. Let's check it out. Okay, so this is the HP Spectre x360. It is basically like the 13-inch version that came out last year, but it's got all updated specs on board, of course, that larger display. Speaking of that display, we're looking at an IPS one that's 15.6 inches. You do have an availability in full HD, or you can scale all the way up to 4K. Of course, that 4K will get you less battery life, but it is pretty nice looking. Other than that, you're looking at your standard Intel Core i5 and i7 processors, Skylake of course. You can also get up to Iris Pro graphics, which is something we haven't seen too much of in these new Windows laptops, so it's definitely a nice option. Battery life is going to be about 13 hours. For the full HD version of 4K, you're going to look at more about 8 hours. When it comes to ports though, you get quite a bit here. On the side you have two USB 3.0 ports. You're going to have a mini display port out and an HDMI port. You also get a USB Type-C. However, that's not a full spec Thunderbolt port. That is just for data only, so slight limitation there. Of course, you have your volume controls. On the other side, of course, you have your vent here for the system itself and another USB port, as well as a headphone jack, and of course the power button and a SD card reader. The device itself, being an x360, of course, can rotate all the way around, become a tablet, and due to its size, they were able to stretch it out so it's as thin as the 13-inch laptop, just obviously a lot bigger. And it's definitely not too bad to hold, although, of course, the 15-inch laptop is rather large. Still, you don't need to actually use this as a tablet. It can just be a regular laptop, and it succeeds very well there. For speakers, you have the Bang & Olufsen 2 on top here, but you also have 2 on the bottom. So this thing could presumably pump out a lot of audio. Of course, until we get it into our own studio, we won't be able to test it, but it looks pretty good. The keyboard is also backlit, although you won't be able to see it too well here with all these lights on, but you do have that option too. And of course, you get that giant HP trackpad. And if you're a big fan of gestures, you should be able to take advantage of it. So you can look for this device coming out in February, starting price $1199 and up. Of course, you can spec it all the way up to a 16 gig version for RAM, as well as 512 gig PCIe SSD if you really want to max it out with that 4K display. But head to Windows Central for more information and let us know what you think. Take care, everybody.